Welcome back to part 2, everybody. Hope we're all doing alright today. I'm so happy right now because I've found my latest pitch. I'm really near a rambler's path, but I don't give a flying toadstool, guys, because it's getting a bit later now. I mean, it's not late, it's 6:30, but I've been walking more or less non-stop since, well, time I set off from Ullswater this morning about 10 o'clock. Stopped at that cafe, stopped at Kirkstone, whatever. I don't even know how far I've walked today, but we're going to have a look at the map in a minute. But yeah, found my pitch. I'm going to stop here tonight. I'm by Rydal Lake and it's buzzing because Grasmere's only up over yonder, so I put a shift in today. So yeah, so this is part 2. If you want to see what I get up to over the next 24 hours, please stick around. So we're all set up now, all done and dusted, all my stuff's ready for a kip later on. But my lordy lord, in other news, does it feel good to have shoes off my feet? Them boots have been soaking wet since I fell in that bog at what, like 12:30 this afternoon, and it's about 5 to 7 now, so there's that. But while we're here, we're going to have a look at the old map again. Show you what I've done today. So where was I yesterday? I was around this little area here and maybe a bit up here, because I came in, so I set off about 10 o'clock around here, came into Glenridding and I went to an offie there for some fags and for my slopes tonight, and the guy was like, "Oh, you're going up Kirkstone? That's a bit of a mission, is that?" And at the time I really underestimated what he was saying, but I wish I hadn't. Can't believe how far I've walked today. Came into Patterdale, found a lovely little tea shop there where I had a coffee and some crisp. Recharged my batteries and then it began. So I hiked all the way through this bit here, this little Rambler's Path. And then I came, oh no, this was it. No, what am I on about? I came through here, and I came out here. There. That's the path I took, there. And then I was going to go that way, but then I thought, well, it still takes me to Kirkstone. So I came along here, met Mr. Toad, carried on all the way along here, and then come here for, because it's attached to the power bank. Right, where are we? I'm lost. Ah, there. So yeah, and then it began. What does that say there? Caldale Bridge. Yeah, I came up here, hopped into this field around here, and I fell into a bog there, went back, and then I just played it safe and I came all the way up here, and that was tough. Tough going, bigs and bogs. And when I was around here, I was just getting ready to kick off, to be honest with you, because I was like, if that pub is shut, I will seriously kick off and boot the doors in. Thankfully for them it wasn't. So this is where I had a pint or two, because it was just so beautiful, ugly at Kirkstone. So yeah, I set off from there about 3ish, and then I came all the way down here, nice easy walk, all downhill, into Ambleside, and then, where was I? Where did I? It was around about here, I think. Oh no, here I was sat here. I got some sort of like an early little picnic and just chilled out there for a bit. Set off up here, followed this path up here into Rydal. I've come all the way along the lake, and again around here I was struggling, to be honest with you, Biggs and Bogs. I was like, I need to find somewhere to pitch because it was getting a bit, you know, a bit monotonous or whatever. And I'm roughly around here now. So yeah, I don't know how far I've walked, but it was fair distance. I know from Ullswater to the Kirkstone, because I googled it. It was 11 miles, and then about 4 miles into Ambleside, so it's about 15ish or so. And then I guess I've probably done about another 2 or 3, so about 18-mile day I've done. But ugh. I say I can't believe I've walked that far. I can, because I know I'm physically capable of it, but with long distance hikes are great feats of, you know, whatever. It's more a mental game really, because your mind will tell you to stop before your body gives out. So you've just got to maintain a positive mindset, and you can just keep going and going. So hence why I'm here. And it was all worth it, because I've got this lovely pitch for tonight, and even more worth it because Grasmere, it's just literally 2 miles up road from here. So I can take my time tomorrow morning going into Grasmere, and I'm going to have to, because I can't do another 24 hours in them boots. And my frigging shorts, RIP shorts, have just ripped in between my legs while I was setting my tent up, so they've cacked it. But to be fair, I've had these since like the start of 2021, so, you know, they were from Matalan, so if I get like a proper nice camo pair from Trespasser or Mountain Hike or whatever it's called, it's all cushy, innit, Biggs and Bogs. So yeah, I put the shift in today. The plan tomorrow is to go to Grasmere, have some nice tea and cake or whatever, coffee and cake, and then I'm going to glamp it a little bit. I'm going to get the bus back to Windermere, and then I'm going to treat myself in Windermere and find a nice restaurant to have like an actual cooked meal. And then from there, wing it, I guess, just try and find somewhere else to camp like I am today. And then Saturday morning I'll be heading home, but I'm not thinking too far ahead. I've still got another day to enjoy myself in wild. So I'm just going to chill out now, probably ring my dad soon, and then get stuck into some slurps. Visibility's alright there. It's about 8:05, 8:10. I'm getting ready to settle down for night. I've got a can or two. Adder. Pilsner lager. Oh, it's a lager. Ugh. It's 5%. Got artwork on that. Hopefully it's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna settle down now, and watch a film on Netflix and just chill out. Really, as I say, I put a shift in today. It reminds me of when I did 26 miles with my friend Gareth. Shout out Gareth. When we got back to Burnley, when we got back to his house, it was like our bodies went into sort of semi-shock because we've been moving all day. I'm actually feeling a bit achy. So I've had some paracetamol, and hopefully beer will smooth me out a bit. But it's been a while since I've properly camped in a forest. Like, I mean, one that's like an ancient woodland. Lots of various different deciduous trees and, you know, grass cover and holly bushes and all that sort of stuff. But you can tell I'm in a country park because literally while I've been mooching about for the last hour, 2 groups of people have come up to me and asked me where the Rydal Cave is. Luckily, because I had Senora map with me, I was able to direct them in the right direction. But, and even now, even though it'll be dark in about an hour or so, there's still people mooching about. So I'm not going to bother with a fire tonight. It's a bit of a stealthier this tonight, because obviously I am quite near, you know, a place where the public is, as opposed to being out in sticks. So, to be fair, you don't really need to bother with one this time of year, because it's plenty warm once you get wrapped up in the tent. So yeah, I'm going to sign off for tonight. Been a hard day, but a good day. And yeah, I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, British Bigfoots and British Boggers. Hope we're all doing alright this morning. All packed up now and just set up to on my way to Grasmere, which is, you'll probably be able to hear cars and traffic just through that tree line. You know, I didn't even notice it. There's a sign there. Oh, high fire risk, no fires, barbecues. Good job I didn't have a fire last night then. Yeah, slept okay. Not as good as my first night. To be fair though, I did clock out quite early, at about 10 o'clock when I went to sleep. And usually, even on like a sober night, I don't usually go to bed till gone about 11 o'clock. So I woke up about 3ish, quite cold actually, because I only had my leggings on, because obviously until I get a new pair of shorts I really want to try and not wear these shorts that are ripped too much, so I don't totally log them off permanently, if you like. It's taking me way down this incline. So I got out at bivvy bag, and I think the bivvy bag after this trip, it's going to have to be swapped for the sleeping bag, because I have been pushing my luck with the bivvy as of recent, just sleeping in that because of how warm it's been. But yeah, I think I got out at bag, put my shorts on, and then I got all my t-shirts out of my bag, and I used them as like a makeshift blanket to keep my legs warm. So I'm gonna go to that outdoor shop anyway and get a new pair of shorts, and they might have some sort of like a foil blanket or something. If they've got out like that, I might pick one up for tonight's camp. And yeah, that were it really. I'm more or less tossing and turning until about 6ish. Jumped out at 10 for a quick wee, and there were a pair of tawny owls that were hooting away, and they more or less came right above my tent at one point. It was nice listening to them. I could hear a fox screeching at one point, that was cool. And then I managed to drift back off again for about an hour, and I missed me at 7:30 alarm. So anyway, yeah, I've had my brekkie, packed down, bridge is just here. That's my way out of there, out of here I should say. And yeah, on to Grasmere. I'm going to go and find a nice cafe for some coffee and cake, and then see what the crack is with buses, and head over to Windermere. Just coming into Grasmere now. Grasmere, please drive carefully. What about wild campers? What about consideration for us? But look at this view, Biggs and Boggs. Oh man, look at that. I mean, this is what it's all about, isn't it? It's still as glass. That. Content, innit? Sugar. Yum 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 yum. So I've got to Windermere now. That was actually a really nice bus journey, that. I have like a voiceover, pre-recorded voiceover of all the touristy sightseeing locations. It was cool. But yeah, just got here now, and I don't know what it is, I really like Windermere. Anytime me and my family have always come up to the lakes, we've always gone to Bowness, which is about a mile out road, but I don't know what it is about Windermere. It's just a really nice little quaint place. I think it's got a special place in my heart, because when I did the Kirkstone wildcamp months ago, obviously I hitchhiked back here. I think it's just because the train station's only there, and it's relatively a short train journey home for me from here. Not that obviously I'm in any rush to get home, so I've got another day to enjoy here at Biggs and Bogs. But the plan is to get something proper to eat from here, like an actual plated meal, and then I'm going to try and find somewhere to wild camp later on, which is going to be tricky. I'll have a look at the map, see if that can do me any good. But on bus journey in, it was all private land and, you know, holiday parks and stuff like that, which I could stealthily camp in, but I'm thinking too far ahead. I'll have a look around. I'm going to just enjoy myself here for a bit, and then try and find somewhere to camp later on. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh yeah, Bigfoots and buggers. I found myself, hopefully, a little pitch for tonight, although it's going to have to be a mega ninja one as this, because I'm right in the heart of the touristy area of lovely Lake Windermere. One thing I've noticed actually throughout this trip really is, you know, like if you mention wild camping to anybody who lives in the lakes, oh my days, do they raise their eyebrows at you. Like, oh, wild camping, wild sleeping, it's not allowed as much in these parts. It's just like, fuck off. Pardon my French. But yeah, really strange. You know, like, it's such a amazingly beautiful place as the lakes, and there's so much wild area. You know, if you're in like a little two-man tent like I am, nobody's going to notice you, you know, so. But anyway, I was down at Bowness on Windermere before, at the Ship Inn. I had a pint or two there. And I got talking to, well, I asked the barman, I said, are you from around here? And he was like, yeah. I said, is there anywhere around here where I could just rough it for night, like, you know, quick in and out type of thing? And oh my god, did he look offended that I said that, that I asked that. But anyway, this fella at the bar, he overheard me. It's a lovely Scouse family. Not that that's got anything to do with it, but shout out Scouse family if you ever get to see this. They said to me, are you looking to wild camp around here? And I was like, maybe, maybe not. Depends who's asking. So they were saying they were staying at a holiday park a bit further up, and along the stretch of Ramblers Pass there's some lovely little areas where you could just pitch your tent up for at night, and that's how I've got here. But then when I was walking in before, there were another tent pitched up, so I just asked whoever, the guy who was sitting in it, said, are you wild in it tonight? And he was like, no, I'm just here with my family. It's just like a little beach tent for us just to chill in. And again, he were another one, he looked really offended that I asked him. So he was like, well, just be careful, because there was a warden down here a couple of days ago saying that if he finds anybody camping, he'll move them on. So yeah, I've done a quick recce area, and just up the hill, there is like a clear, like there's a clearing in the trees where I could put my tent, but this area, it's just too nice to pass up. but it's only about 4:10, so I'm just going to kind of wait for another hour or so, wait for the boats to die down, and then I'll get pitched up. And you know, I won't have a fire out like that early doors tomorrow, and you know, whatever happens happens. So there you go, we're all set up, still by the lovely Lake Windermere. Bit of a change of plan. More and more I sat in that area and thought about it, I felt a little bit too exposed, and then it would just be what that guy said about seeing a ranger. Hello. Big dog over here. Shout out, dog. Yeah, more and more I thought about it, the more I felt a bit exposed in that area. What that guy said about the game warden coming around and moving people on, so I thought, well, I'll have a little wander further down at the beach, try and find a spot a bit more secluded. Still really near to the path, as you just saw, but I got talking with some more blokes who were a bit further down. I mean, you can see here, there's been a fire there for sure. There were loads of them. So I just need to try and put it back to my mind that there ain't going to be anybody about. But yeah, I got talking to some more lads who were like doing some, like, I guess they were doing water sports, but this setup was like, you know, for a multi-day pitch. They had hammocks, they had a tarp, they had everything. And you know, I said to them, "Are you wildcamping around here?" And they're like, no, we're just here for a few hours and have a few tinnies and do some kayaking. And I was like, right, we'll have a good one. But then when I was walking back from my stuff to this area and I saw this setup again, I was like, there's absolutely no way that they're not wild camping. So yeah, not me best setup ever. I've had to pin all rope down with rocks and stuff like that, because the ground here is just too hard. But hopefully, as long as I don't start doing cartwheels in there at night, it should stand up. And then tomorrow it's just going to have to be early doors. As soon as I'm awake, I'm going to start packing down. So yeah, very tempted to go for a wild swim. Problem is I've not got a towel, and it is starting to cool a little bit. We'll see. Oh. Ah. Oh, as nice as that. So I'm all settled down there for the night. It's about 7:45, so probably another hour it'll be just about going sort of, you know, pitch black. Sunset's about 8:10 or something like that. Check out this view. Beautiful. These pictures just keep getting better and better. Bigs and bogs. Yeah, it has quietened down a little bit now. Only just though. The last tour boat I saw was at about 7:10. And as I say, it's about half an hour ago now. Yeah, it's all gone pretty quiet now. So yeah, I think I'm going to log off now for tonight and find a nice film to watch on Netflix and just chill out and slip hopefully into a peaceful slumber. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Good morning, Bigfoots and Broggarts. Hope we're all doing alright this morning. Excuse me. Packed up now and a little nice, short little hike back to Windermere. I'm going to aim to get the 10 o'clock train. It's just shy of 8 o'clock now, so it'll take me about an hour or so to get back, an hour and a half maybe, if I just mosey on along. And yeah, I had a fantastic sleep. Slept better than the night before. I nearly did wildcamp there once. But yeah, slept really well, and nice relaxing peaceful evening. No game wardens, thankfully. Again, reaching around to disturb my peace and quiet. So yeah, just gonna head back now. Right, lads. Anyway, catching with you all in a little bit. Oh, man. Breakfast is served. It's what you call nomadic eating. Eggs and bugs. Had me ooh la la. Had me protein bar thing, whatever it were. Energy bar. It were muesli and yogurt. It was very nice. And there's some calories in them things, the units, man. But I had no water left for a cup of coffee. Right, lads. Some coffee left at the moment, which is not good for me. I call myself the Black and Bigfoot. I will turn into a Bigfoot if coffee doesn't so much as pass my lips first thing in the morning. But we're back in Windermere soon enough. I won't get one then. Anyway, see you in a bit. Shout out Brew Room Cafe. They always look after me there every time I come to Windermere. Yeah, if you're ever in these parts, I highly recommend that. Lovely staff, lovely coffee, lovely food. But pigs and bugs, it's over. It's time to go home now. Yeah, train ticket booked. How do you surmise you know, a 3-day wild camp in 2 minutes? But you can't really, I don't think. I think I can try. It's going to take time for me to sort of reflect and, you know, decompress how amazing this trip's been for me. But yeah, first multi-day solo wild camp done. Absolutely over the moon at how it's gone. Couldn't have timed it any better really, because it's noticeably cooler today. I think it is trying to rain, So yeah, definitely got the best of weather. Really tail end at summer now. So the next few wild camps are going to be, I'm going to be battening down the hatches a little bit, preparing for colder weather. So yeah, this brute. Well, I think I'm going to have to stop here. The brute's picking my hand out, bits and bobs. But yeah, amazing trip. Very physically demanding at times, but so worth the the labour for when I've been able to settle down at night time in my tent and just chill out and enjoy nature. And even yesterday, I'm not going to say it was stressful, but I didn't have a clue where I was going to camp yesterday, and I was even entertaining booking in one of these B&Bs, but I would have been stupid if I'd have done that. So obviously that pitch last night by Windermere was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, gonna wrap it up now, and if you made it through to the end of part 2 of the 3-day wild camp, nice one as always. And yeah, leave us a comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, don't have to if you don't want to, it's just one of them. Share it on social media, this video, if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you all further down the road. Bye bye.